All right, this is 13. 13's one of the hardest ones in here. It's going to take a while to do. But the general idea is to isolate a radical. That's what your notes talk about. You isolate a radical. So you can isolate the one on the left or the right, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to isolate the one on the left. And this is going to be a bear of a problem. 4 minus 3 being 1. And now I'm going to square. I square. And, I've talked about this in some of the classes. A plus b to the x is not a property of exponents. You cannot distribute the two. So you cannot distribute that exponent. Okay, so don't be that kid because you cannot do it. Kids always go, why, Milbrath? I think you can. Well, you can't. Plain and simple, you can't do it. But in order to square something, you have to write it 2 times. I hate that for you, but that's how you square something. You know that. They've been teaching you that since you were little kids. You just don't want to do it. Now, the left-hand side's easy. The square and the square root cancel each other out. The right-hand side is a bear. It is a bear. So we're going to do this. A radical times, a square root times a square root is the quantity inside. Then we're going to have take away a root of 3x plus 3. Take away another root of 3x plus 3. And then we have a plus 1. Still equal to 2x plus 3. Now what you'll see here is you have negative 2 of these guys. Because a negative 1 plus a negative 1 is negative 2. And still a 3x plus 3 on the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move all this other stuff over. All right, so 2x minus 3x is a negative x. 3 minus 3 is nothing. Take away that 1 is minus 1. And now I'm going to divide out the negativity. Although, truth be honest, I'm not. Normally I would. You don't actually have to do anything with that negative, so let's just leave it the way it is. There's a reason I'm doing this, because you do have a product a times b to the x, or you have a property. You can distribute that exponent. That's what this is. We have something times that, okay? So if I square the negative, I'm positive. If I square the 2, I'm a 4. And if I square the radical, I'm the stuff inside, because think about 3x plus 3 to the 1/2, and I distribute the 2, straight up cancellation. And this has to be squared, which means I've got to write it twice, right? A little weird that it's got a negative symbol out front, but don't let that bother you. Negative x times a negative x is a positive x squared. We're going to have plus an x, plus an x, plus a 1. So x squared plus 2x plus 1. Making sure I didn't make any mistakes because I sure am tired. I didn't. Now I'm going to distribute my 4. That'll give me 12x plus 12. And I'm going to do my subtraction. 2 minus 12 is 10. 1 minus 12 is 11. I like the way this worked out. Boy, I spent some time designing this problem. I don't remember making this problem, but I made this problem at some point in time in my career. And I'm telling you, I took some time making it because it works out nicely. Factors of 11 are 11 and 1. And I need to add to negative 10, so I need to be minus 11 plus 1. I use a ZPP, x is negative 1 or x is 11. Now, do these answers make sense? Okay, so let's put a negative 1 there and a negative 1 there. This becomes negative 2 plus 3. It becomes root 1 plus 3, which is 1 plus 3, which is 4. This becomes 0 plus 4, which is 4. So pass the test. If I plug in the 11, this is root 22 plus 3. It's root 25 plus 3, which is 8. That's going to be 33 plus 3, which is root 36 plus 4. Uh-huh. It didn't work, did it? That's 6 plus 4, which is 10. I have an 8, and I have a 10. This guy is extraneous. I've done this for a long time, and most kids, by default, claim the negative number is extraneous. And that's often wrong. So, turns out the negative number here was real, and the positive one was the extraneous solution. Let's see here. It doesn't really matter which one is done here. Let's do 15. So you're solving for y. First, we fix division through multiplication, so I'm going to 3 both sides. That's going to cause a cancellation on the right. So 3x is the 4th root of y. Now, to fix the 4th root, you just raise it to the 4th power. Make sure you do all of 3x, okay? So, 3 to the 4th is something we've done for the last couple of days. It's 81. Then x to the 4th, and that would be my y value. Ta-da! And that should be it for that homework assignment. And it is. Sweet, because I'm ready to go home. Please tell me I'm recording. Nice.